It's time for our tale of the tape. This welterweight encounter has been anticipated for years. Cedric Doumbé with a 5.5-inch advantage with the reach as he looks for redemption against a man that beat him several years ago.
And it's also Lidon that has the experience with almost 159 professional fights. Doumbé is still very young and still very experienced with 73 professional fights.
Ladies and gentlemen, your co-main event of the evening is scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds in Glory's welterweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the black corner. This 5-time French and world champion brings a professional record of 124 wins, 35 losses, and 78 career knockouts to the ring. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, 1.80 meters, and he weighed in at fight time at 169.5 pounds and even 77 kilos. Fighting tonight out of Lyon, France, ladies and gentlemen, introducing Yohan, the Lumberjack Lidon. His opponent standing on my left and fighting out of the white corner, a WKA world champion and winner of 4 of his last 5 matchups. His professional record, 67 wins, 5 losses, 1 draw, and 39 career knockouts. At 5 feet 10 inches tall, 1.77 meters, he weighed in at 168.5 pounds, 76.6 kilos. He fights tonight out of Lyon, Paris, France, and is the former Glory welterweight champion of the world. He is the best, Cedric Doumbé. And the third man inside the Glory ropes, your referee is Paul Nichols.
Gentlemen, you understand the rules that you're fighting to. Protect yourself at all times, obey my commands at all times. Got any questions? Touch gloves if you like. Great.
They do not touch gloves. Doumbé has tried to get under the skin of Lidon, who told us over and over again he hasn't done it, but maybe, just maybe, he has. 3 rounds in the welterweight division. Yohan Lidon, who has more knockouts than Cedric Doumbé has professional fights. Here we go. Lidon in the black gloves, Doumbé wearing white.
I feel it's going to be Lidon trying to use his kicks. You got to slow down that movement of Doumbé. But Doumbé is staying in the pocket.
Lidon said he'd prefer this fight be 5 rounds, but it's only 3. How does that change his game plan?
Well, he's going to have to pick up the pace a little earlier. He can't wait. But you got to look at Cedric Doumbé. His last 4 fights have been 5-round fights.
Again, Doumbé playing mind games with Lidon. And got to believe it's hard to rattle Lidon, though, at 34 years old, a man who's had 158 professional bouts.
And both these French fighters, the crowd is definitely favoring Lidon.
It's easy to not like Cedric Doumbé, especially outside of Paris. And it looked like Doumbé got the better of that exchange.
Yeah, he mixed in a quick left uppercut. And that's what also makes Doumbé dangerous. He punches on different angles. He'll punch from low, he'll angle off differently. He doesn't throw your traditional combinations. What I mean by traditional combinations is when you go left, right, left hook, right, low kick, or right hand, left kick. So he puts a lot of same side combinations together.
Nice jab to the body from Doumbé. A head kick from Lidon. Believe it or not, Doumbé says kickboxing is his 2nd favorite passion. His first is stand-up comedy. Would rather be a world-famous comedian. That's what he told us. But I think maybe he should focus more on the kickboxing. He's pretty good at that, too.
And he says he's not really performing, but he's still writing. Maybe he'll give us a sneak preview.
He's a creative and funny guy outside the ring and just as creative inside the ring.
Right.
Jerome Lebanner, one of the great French kickboxing heavyweights, taking this one in ringside.
We're seeing a different Doumbé, just standing there, not really relying on his movement. He's taking the center of the ring and punishing Lidon for coming in, doing a heel kick to the leg. We don't see that very often.
Very creative.
Yeah, he tries to distract you with that kick and then follow up with something. There you go. You see, that's that unorthodox style. He used a left kick to enter with a left hook. We don't see that very often.
And another high kick from Doumbé, who's having a great opening round, but he's got to be careful as he comes in because Lidon does have that one-punch knockout power.
Exactly. He needs to be careful. He needs to keep his chin down. Just like that.
So not the round we expected from Doumbé, who's more of a get inside, get outside type of fighter. He stood in the pocket, Joe.
Yeah, what makes him very successful, and especially with his fight with Nicky Holtzkin, is Nicky Holtzkin's a pressure fighter who likes to come forward. So that's when Doumbé had to rely on that movement a little bit more. Even when he fought Congolo, that was his best strategy because he's fighting two really good pressure fighters. But Lidon isn't pressuring as much as those other guys. He's being a little bit more hesitant. You can't walk into the Doumbé trap of continually going forward. But you also can't sit there and wait either because Doumbé keeps accumulating points. So Lidon has a tough 2 rounds ahead of him.
You almost have to fight the perfect fight to beat Doumbé or hope that Doumbé's just off his game.
Well, if I were to fight Doumbé, I would have to stay really close to him. I wouldn't let him leave the ring. I think Lidon's giving him a little bit too much space. You got to stick to him like glue, and hopefully he doesn't use those movements and low kicks, but you got to keep attacking. You can't just wait.
Seems like a foregone conclusion, Joe, but who did you give round 1 to?
Well, it's Doumbé. He's active, he's hitting more, and he's doing more of the damaging shots.
Outlanded Lidon 27 strikes to 16. Here we go, round 2. This crowd in Lyon really wants to get behind Yohan Lidon, a kickboxing legend in this city and in this country for that matter. Total strikes landed, I just mentioned Doumbé with 11 more in round 1.
Doumbé loosening up a little bit with his defense. First round, he stayed really defensively in his shield. Now he's starting to mix up those hand movements and those uppercuts he's good with.
And you don't want to come just throwing wildly looking for a knockout against Doumbé because he's a fantastic counter striker.
Yeah, Doumbé doesn't hit everything with power. He sets it up. He likes touching and finding openings. He's not really known for having that one-punch knockout power.
How does this Doumbé look compared to the one we saw against Myrtle Grunhard?
Well, it just shows that he can adapt and fight different ways. We saw a lot of movement, but this is the style I felt that he would have had more success with when he fought Grunhard. He needed to stay a little bit more grounded, control the center of the ring, not give Myrtle too much space. Maybe this is something they're working on, and this is why he's showcasing it.
Flying knee and a right hand from Doumbé. Fantastic exchange there for Cedric Doumbé.
And even when Doumbé's defensive, he's just waiting for that low kick. He knows Lidon's gonna finish his punch combinations with low kicks.
So we're halfway through this fight, and things look tip-top for the best.
Doumbé needs to be careful, stopping his own low blows.
He's having fun in there. He's the clown prince of kickboxing.
I will be the judge. I will be the judge.
Doumbé, born in Cameroon, relocated to Paris with his parents when he was just 9 years old.
Time in. Fight.
A true immigrant success story here in France. Another combination.
Yeah, it's counters. Doumbé's not going to let you counter. He's going to come right back. He's going to win the points game. He's not going to let you outpoint him. Back to those heel kicks. I just like how he feints on the outside. You never know what's coming with Doumbé.
And Doumbé just seems to throw 3 or more strikes for every 2 that Lidon throws.
Yeah, Lidon's that power puncher. So he's really relying on getting and landing that power shot. But he might find more success if he doubles and triples up his shots.
As they say in boxing, the only thing better than a jab is a double jab. The only thing better than a double jab is a triple jab.
And we saw a lot of good combination work from Doumbé, and this was one of the best ones. He came in with a flying knee and then followed with a punch and kick combination. It's one of the things I like to see when fighters mix up combinations and levels. This was the low blow Doumbé kept complaining about. Looked like it was a front kick to the cup. This is where Doumbé needs to be careful, though. If Lidon keeps coming forward and doesn't hear Paul Nichols call break, he might have some problems.
Always trying to distract his opponent, get them off kilter, and many times it works. So most likely 2 rounds to none for Cedric Doumbé. How does Yohan Lidon get the job done here in round 3?
He's just got to put things together, not rely on that single shot. Start putting combinations together, whether it's kick to punch, punch to kick. Just get busier. Which is a hard task against Doumbé, who just keeps countering the counter.
This is the 3rd and final round. Both fighters probably would have preferred 5 rounds, but it's only 3. Another good exchange for Cedric Doumbé, whose combinations have been on point.
Let's see if Yohan Lidon starts opening up. It looks like he's starting to come forward, trying to throw a little bit more. He's just got to let it out. There we go.
Lidon did have a very tough weight cut yesterday. Was off by, what, 3 or 4 pounds for his first.
I think it was almost 3 kilos.
Yeah.
So almost 7 pounds.
Had an hour to lose the weight, which he did. He made weight for this fight, but that is never a good sign when a fighter has to scramble to lose a couple of pounds.
Break. Fight.
2 minutes to go for Lidon to find something special.
Break.
Total strikes 53 to 38.
Fight.
Good low kick from Lidon.
Good uppercut from Doumbé. And a wind-up uppercut. And credit due to Doumbé, who stood right in there and gone toe-to-toe with Lidon. Not many people thought he'd do it. Is this a new Doumbé we're seeing, a new style, or is this going to be a one-off?
Well, I just think he had this style from before, and when you watch some of his older fights, this is the way he fought. It was more when he came into glory and had to fight Holtzkin where he changed his style. But it just shows how well-rounded he is and that he could adapt his style according to his opponents. More of those unorthodox combinations.
We haven't really seen Lidon just sit there in the pocket, sit down on his punches, and let his hands go.
No, it's tough because every time he opens up, he has Doumbé countering right back, shutting his output down.
Like right now with 30 seconds to go here, Lidon needs to roll the dice. Doumbé doing everything right. Ten seconds to go. It has been a masterclass so far for Cedric Doumbé, who's proving perhaps that he is indeed the best. And they'll go toe-to-toe as the bell rings. Myrtle Grunhart, the current reigning welterweight champion, is watching at home right now. What is he thinking after seeing this?
Well, I still think Myrtle's been improving so much, and he's had ups and downs, but Myrtle's been looking amazing lately. I'm just excited to see these two again. Both of them continually getting better, so I'm sure we'll see that in the future.
Do the judges think Doumbé was as dominant as we did? The official decision from Lyon when we come back. We're back here in Lyon. Cedric Doumbé and Yohan Lidon. And Doumbé just came out looking as good as he ever has.
Yeah, he stayed busy with his combination, changing levels, changing strikes, using his unorthodox style to land some different things, adding his antics, slipping and moving. Mixed with a lot of good pressure fighting. That's what I really liked from Doumbé. He was able to stay in the pocket, and land some good combinations.
Here are the final strike statistics by round, and the edge in rounds 1, 2, and 3 all fell to the Parisian. The official decision now from Tim Hughes.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of kickboxing, we go to the judges' scorecard. Here are the totals from our 5 ringside judges. They all see it the same and score this bout 30-27, a unanimous decision for your winner, Cedric Doumbé.
So Doumbé gets win number 68, and he's never looked better. We go into the ring now. Whitney Miller gonna try and catch up with the man known as the best.
Cedric, that was an incredible performance. You looked like you were loose in there, you were showboating a bit. How would you rate your performance?
Okay, first, thank you, everybody. I know you hate me, and I love you for that. Okay, I want to thank my corner, Ali Essebki, Samir Majoubi, and Abdallah Talbo. Yes, you know, tonight I want to thank Glory Kickboxing because, you know, sometimes it's good to do easy fight like tonight. So thank you, Glory, because they gave me an easy fight tonight. I was sure I will win, and I won the fight, of course.
I'm sure Myrtle is watching at home. Do you have a message for him?
Myrtle, you know, man, I'm coming for you, you know. I was all ready for you, and you robbed my bet. Okay, don't worry, I'm coming. Prepare yourself, be ready, and I will not turn my back.
Give it up for Cedric Doumbé.
Well, Joe, if and when it does happen, what's that rematch going to look like between Doumbé and Grunhard?
Well, both of those guys really know how to hype the fight outside the fight, so I think they're going to put on a good show outside as well as inside that ring. Like I said earlier, both of these guys are just so talented, very unorthodox style, so it's exciting to see those two rematch later on.